My boy just hooked it up. Well, I ain't gonna put the receipt right there. My boy just hooked it up with the actual, real, working, functioning lawnmower, and it's only gonna cost me one summer of being a debt slave. So, but I think it's a win. You know what I mean? I think it's a win because we get to do what we need to do, and you know, it's something that I have to do anyway, so why not just add the third one in so that I could you know, be able to actually have the right tools. Because one thing I learned is that when you don't have the right tools, it will take you way longer to do a job than if you just had the right stuff to begin with. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this out the trunk, and we can just go from there. See, and that's another thing that I feel like is a major thing that I try to pay attention to. I try to put myself in position to surround myself with people who are, you know, either like-minded or prospering, you know, because when you surround yourself, I've noticed that when I surround myself with people like that, opportunities are always there. I may not have money, but I more than likely always have some sort of opportunity. Like even when I've lost jobs in the past, knowing people in the right places were able to still get me opportunities for other interviews. And so I realized at this time, like, really your network is one of the most valuable things you can have. Your network, at least in my opinion, my network is worth more than money, because it can produce money, but it could also produce a lot of other things. You know, a genuine relationship, never underestimate the power of a genuine win-win in relationship. You know, that's why everybody that I meet, I try to just at least gauge, is there a, you know, chance for a win-win relationship that includes a value exchange on both sides. So yeah, man, I'm be honest with you, like, I feel like a big part of whatever I do is going to come from relationships. I haven't put all of the factors in play, but the fact that, you know, my boy Low B was, I would say, generous enough, but really it's a win-win on both sides. But would, you know, be willing to grab that, you know what I mean, so that he ain't got to worry about his lawn and I ain't got to worry about a lawnmower. I feel like those type of moves is what's gonna get me out of this 15,000 in debt. You know, because especially with insurance is like strictly relationship built. Oh, and I did want to say this too. In that last video I made, when I was speaking with my insurance, the insurance guy whose office I work at, just giving a little bit of context on that. I said life insurance in the beginning of that video, but I really meant just all insurance outside of health. I work with another guy with my health, but you know, as far as life, property, casualty, like home, auto, you know, motorcycles, RVs, renters insurance, excuse me. I meant to say all that. I meant to just say insurance in general, because life insurance, selling $60,000 in life insurance in 4 months, it's like, I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but it's gonna be extremely difficult. But selling $60,000 in homeowners insurance and auto policies and things like that can definitely get you to 60K, if not more, because they are usually larger policies on average. You know, like an life insurance policy, you might make the sale for about $500 if it's a small kid, or like, let's say $1,000 if it's on a older adult. But either way, selling 60 of those is just like, to me, it's just kind of not in the scope right now. Like, I'm not gonna say unrealistic, I'm just gonna say not in the scope. But selling 60,000 in you know, you know, property casualty, those type of things is definitely possible. The 40,000 that I got so far, almost pretty much 100% came from my network, you know. And you know, you never know how deep your network is until you start selling insurance, man, and you realize there's all these opportunities out there to impact, you know, make an impact, and just really put a drop in the bucket of deepening your current relationships to where a person will even trust you to let you look at the insurance policy. So yeah. All right, so we on day 2. So how about God bless the homies, man? How about the lawnmower got a motor on it, so I ain't even gotta push it. It pushes itself. You feel me? God bless the homies, man. You know, it's day 2, but you know, I had to still do this another day. This is carrying into a whole nother day, but you know what? I ain't even mad at it, because guess what? We finna mow some lawns. I'm trying to keep the cursing to a minimum. I know this YouTube. We finna mow some lawns, man. Look at this. Bro done got me a lawnmower with a motor on that joint. Man, already looking good. Already looking good. This is what you call a drop in the bucket. Just being fully transparent, I do not know how to put this thing together. So I know in the bag we got this, and we got the oil. So that means we just got that. Alright, so this must be like the opposite side, maybe. I feel like this gotta be the other side. So, oh no, this must be, this must go on there. How the heck do you put this thing on? Nah, yeah, this definitely clip on or something. Alright, hold on. I ain't gonna lie, I should have read the instructions. Alright, so thanks to the upstairs neighbor, I realized I left a whole piece of the lawnmower bag inside. I'm like, how do you put this thing on? You need to have this, sir. So let me put this on, figured out how to put it on, because just because I have it, it still doesn't make this any easier. So let me just go ahead and do this real quick, and then we'll see how it looks. Alright guys, so I put it together. I ain't gonna lie, that was atrocious. Like, it should have been oh, you see I started recording now, so you see, you know, life has started. But yeah, they should have made that, they should have had the instructions taped on there. But anyway, now we gotta put it on, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so from what it looks like we got it running. I mean, we got it built. Let me just take this off. So now we just gotta fill it with oil and fill it with gas. Okay, at least this one got a nice little understandable dipstick. Let's do it. Feel like this the grand opening. You know what I'm saying? I feel like let me see. I mean, I ain't never been more excited to start a lawnmower in my life. Alright, y'all ready? Let's go. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta hold the thing. Y'all hear that? We in motion with it, baby. We in motion. Alright, let's hurry up and do this, because camera might overheat. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's crazy. I felt like I ain't never had a lawnmower with a motor in it. You know, like I press that button, you press it a little bit, right? And it's like that thing just shoot off. You know what I mean? Like it got nitrous oxide in it or something. Let me show y'all what we was working with before even the old lawnmower. You see this? I had to get out here and push this. You know, they might as well have threw some cotton out there while they was at it. You know, cause this is ridiculous. This crazy. Now don't get me wrong, I know our grandparents, you know what I mean, they came through. Like they pulled, when you pulled this out back in the day, you knew that grass was finna get cut. But today, I ain't gonna lie, I would much rather have that beauty right there. I feel like I bought a Lambo or something, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like just having, you know, it's like a Lambo to me. You know, when you ain't really, when you still on the come up with the nice stuff, you know, you appreciate stuff like lawnmowers with motors and with rear wheel drive, you know what I mean? Just so lovely to have. I'm excited. Well, I ain't excited, but I know that I can mow the lawn at the house now. So, I mean, let's go ahead and get it done. We just knocked this out in what, like 3 minutes? Let's go ahead and get that thing done. Somebody already cut the grass. The grass is already cut. That's crazy. I didn't do it. The tenant didn't do it. But it's literally, the grass is already cut. Between the last 24 hours, somebody came and just was tired. They was like, I'm tired of looking at this, apparently. That's weird, man. Have y'all ever had somebody cut y'all grass before? But look, we still got this to tackle. And what's got me nervous about bringing the lawnmower back here is all of this little rocks and rubble and damage from when the chimney collapsed. So if you look right there, you'll see all of this is rebuilt. So I had to, and that's because one of these trees, you see, you can almost see the branch right there that's hanging, that got cut off. It pretty much fell and knocked the chimney off. And you know, so the tenant called me like, and was like, hey, you know, it was a normal moment, a normal morning, until the tenant called me and said basically, hey, the chimney is knocked off. So I came, and maybe I'll put some videos or something how that looked, but all of this was messed up. So I don't want to get no rocks or anything like that in the lawnmower, and then you have like random things like this and that. You know, I just really don't know what's back here for real. There's too many sticks and everything. I don't know. I don't know if I should do this. You know what I mean? Yeah, so we'll figure it out. Can't make this stuff up. Somebody literally came and cut my grass, G. It's wild. Alright, so I had a internal council meeting, and the council ruled that I need to stop being lazy and clean up this backyard myself. It is my property. Ain't nobody else gonna do it. I could pay for it, but I'm at least going to try to see if I can, you know, I got the lawnmower, might as well just try to see what I could do. I really don't want to break it, but it can go a little higher, so I'm gonna take these little loose tree limbs and loose rocks and stuff and move them out the way, and then see what I could do. So let's get to it. All right, let's see what we can do. You know, I feel like we actually doing good right now. It's crazy. I'm glad I did not leave without doing this. We did it. Well, not 100%, but we had at least 90. And what's so crazy is that with that rear wheel drive, it's like I didn't even have to touch the thing. It moved, it rolled by itself. I imagine if I didn't have that, it would have been way tougher. Still more than likely would have got the job done, but it would have been way tougher, you know, getting all of this mowed and having to push it without any extra help. But having that rear wheel drive really changed the game. I'm not gonna lie to you, really changed the game. Like, I'm grateful to have this lawnmower, man. You know what I mean? Just for yesterday to be how it went, and then I can, you know, barter using my relationships to, you know, get something as, you know, to me as solid as this, man, it's worth it. It's worth having to cut a little grass for a summer and then own this for a lifetime. And, you know, not mentioning how long it could last if I actually take care of it. You feel me? So, like, to me, this right here is like a metaphor for the truck that I just lost, right? So this is like almost like the equivalent of an automobile to me, in the sense that it's like it has a motor, it has these things that I have to keep serviced and keep maintained and take care of, and I didn't do that to the best of my ability with the pickup truck that I had. So I in turn lost it, and, you know, it broke down and the engine locked up. So now I have to get a new pickup truck, because you see, I have to be able to transport stuff like this. You know what I mean? So I gotta, you know, right now I'm driving my grandma's van. So eventually she might need that back. Well, she's gonna need it back. So in the grander scheme of things, I have to get a pickup truck that can carry stuff like this, have enough room to do the moving jobs, but also has like some sort of back seat or back storage where I can actually keep, you know, important things and be able to tote things like you know, all type of stuff, all type of Airbnb stuff, moving stuff, whatever. But yeah, I think I'm satisfied. I have mowed successfully the Airbnbs, the 3 Airbnbs, apartments, all the way on the other side of town. Then an hour away now, I have mowed this lawn back here, and I don't start mowing my homie's lawn until the next cycle. So every 2 weeks I plan to come mow all the lawns. So let's say, like, not this upcoming week, but the week after that, that's when I'll put everything in rotation and just knock out all 3 in one day, now that I got the proper tools. So I think that's it for this video. And you know, as always, if you like the content, you know, feel free to like and subscribe, or if you want to see more content like this, you know, do whatever you call to do. But until the next one, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.